Hey, hi guys, Dr. Dan Nightingale here, your clinical dementia specialist. In this video, I want to talk about caregiver burnout. It's massive and it should be of interest to everybody who is supporting somebody with a neurocognitive or a neurological disorder. It should be important and relevant to all doctors and professionals that are supporting those caregivers and supporting the patient too. Caregiver burnout can be avoided. It's not a necessity. It's not something that we have to aspire to or achieve. Caregiver stress is detrimental to everybody's health and well-being. So one of the best ways that I find with my patients and their families in reducing, avoiding even caregiver stress and caregiver burnout is through remembering that you are you. So let's say it's Lynn. Lynn, first and foremost, before anything else, is Lynn. Her personality, she has needs, she has psychological needs, physiological needs, and they must never be put on the back burner. They must never be put as not important, because the only way to remain as strong and healthy physiologically and psychologically as possible when you are supporting somebody on that journey is to maintain your own health and well-being, to eat properly, to exercise properly, to do your thing. So remember, you are an individual. As Carl Jung said, you're a unique, dynamic, ever-changing self. And that's what I want you to remember all the time. Write it down if you have to. Pin a note on the refrigerator or somewhere where you see regularly. I am a unique, dynamic, ever-changing self. So first and foremost, you are Lynn. Secondly, you are a parent if you have children, whether they are small children or grown children. That's your second thing, you're a parent. Thirdly, you are a wife or a husband or a son or a daughter of that individual that you are supporting. And finally, you must remember that the last part of who you are is that caregiver part. I don't want you to think about having a caregiver role, but having a supportive role, supporting your family member, whether it's husband, wife, son, daughter, or grandma, granddad, whoever it may be, a supporting role. Because remember, this is a movie, and the person who is living with the neurocognitive neurological disorder is the hero of the movie. They're the star. And the rest of us are co-stars supporting that journey. And we don't neglect ourselves, ever. We can't afford to neglect ourselves. Supporting somebody through a journey of neurological change, a neurocognitive change, is stressful. We know it's stressful, and the stress aspect of it is not something that can be avoided, but it can be minimized as much as possible by going to do your thing, taking time out to do some yoga, to do some meditation, to go swimming, to go to the gym, to go and hang out with friends and have lunch with friends, to play golf, to do the things that you like to do. I don't want you to stop doing them, because the moment you stop doing them and slip into a permanent, long-term caregiver role, you are impacting on your health from that moment on. So remember to look after yourself, and remember to take time out. And now I know that many people can say and will say, but I don't find time to do that. I can't do that because of doing this. It is human nature to find reasons not to do something than it is to find reasons to do something. So if you turn that around and change your mindset and remind yourself, yeah, it is easy to just go and do something for myself. Sit outside in the garden, have a cup of tea, listen to the birds. You know, we are, in today's society, whether we're supporting somebody through their journey or not, we're always very busy and we're always doing. It's all about doing, doing, doing. Never stop for a breath. We have to stop for a breath. We have to just be. And your physiology can handle just being. And it can have such a positive impact if you do 10 minutes of just being. 10 minutes of laying with the dog. 10 minutes of sitting outside in the garden listening to the birds. Having a coffee, having a cup of tea. Just being with yourself. And of course, getting away from the situation is so important. So just remember, there are ways in which you can reduce your stress levels. You can minimize the risk of burnout, and you can improve your own physiology. And if you're helping your husband, wife, son, daughter, grandma, granddad, whoever it might be, through this journey, then do it with them. Do some vagus nerve breathing. Here's a technique. Here's something you can do immediately to bring down your stress levels and to bring all your physiology into a positive state of well-being. Okay? So do this with me now. Close your eyes and take a deep inhale through your nose. Now hold it for a few seconds and slowly breathe out through your mouth. We're going to do that 5 times. Inhale through your nose. And out through your mouth. And again. And again. Let's just do that one more time. Now open your eyes and you'll find yourself in a little bit more of a relaxed state. And that's because you've just stimulated your vagus nerve. Your vagus nerve is so important to be activated. And that is one of the best ways to activate it, to stimulate it. The vagus nerve it's one of the set of nerves that runs from your brain down through your body and reaches out to various organs. So it's physiologically beneficial to do that. Do it a couple of times a day and do it together. Do it as a group. Establish a vagus nerve support group or something like that, because it's good for everyone to do that. So again, just to recap that, I know Lynn's got a question or two, but just to recap that, just ensure you do not put yourself last. You are equally important to the person you are supporting. Okay? So remember, see it as a movie. The hero is the person who's living with a neurocognitive neurological disorder. They are the hero of the show. And everyone else is the supporting cast. Okay? Okay, Lynn, I think you've got a question or a comment.
Yeah. If somebody's recognizes, but I guess before you start to recognize burning out, it's a good idea, because this is a journey that will become probably more challenging. You're going to put more time of yourself into supporting that person. You might not today, but down the road, as the journey progresses, you might be spending more time supporting that person. So I would like to point out that it's good to enlist the help of others before it gets to the point where you can't keep your head above water. You have to start laying a foundation of a network of support, whether it's professionals, family members, friends, organizations in your community to help you, and also talk about respite and what that is.
Yeah, good point, Matt. And it is about, it takes a village. That's what we say. It takes a village to care for somebody and to ensure their well-being and everybody's well-being is in a good place. And this is why various countries have started to open villages. They've established villages. Holland was the first place to do this. And it's where everybody lives together. There's no separation, there's no segregation. If I'm your doctor and you are living with a dementia type illness or a neurological disorder, I also live in that village, in that community. Everybody lives there, everybody's safe, everybody's secure. There's restaurants and cafes and houses and all that kind of stuff. We all live together. There's no separation or segregation. And that model is proving extremely successful. So I'm hoping we see more of those around the world. And so that's a good way of reducing all that burnout and diminishing the whole part of the stress aspect of that, because we don't have to worry that Alice is getting out of the house and going out onto the road. We don't have to worry about those things when we live in that village, in that community, because that's what happens.
Okay, but for those of us who don't live like that, which is most everyone who's listening, get help of your friends, family, neighbors.
But it's a village.
Right.
It takes a village.
You don't have to do it all by yourself. It's okay. And also the part I was saying about respite. You may not know this, but there's things like adult daycare that's available in your community. If you look into that, some types of nursing homes will allow your loved one to stay there for a week or two if you need to attend something or take a vacation or take a break where your loved one can be safe and secure and well looked after so that you can get a break.
Right. So there you go. Thank you, Lynn. To summarize that again, remember you are important. Remember your own needs must be met. Physiological, psychological, emotional needs all need to be met, and you are equally important. And look after yourself. And remember, we are always here. We are here for everybody who needs to talk, who needs to ask questions, who needs to tap into our expertise. So feel free to comment on this video, to send messages through our Facebook or Instagram channel, and feel free to, or please follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and share this video, share all my videos. They're educational and they're for everybody. So keep sharing them. Enjoy the rest of the week. And remember, say it with me, guys. Dump the soda.